Return to Wednesday's incident at the Senate and reactions to the fainting of ministerial nominee Balarabe Lawal. You'd recall the response of the Senate President Godswill Akpabio.
Mr. Wait. Can you say water, give me water. Water and sugar. Water and sugar. Get sugar, and water. Is there any...
In the meantime, there was another slumping incident on Wednesday at the National Assembly complex. Unfortunately, Adeyemi Yunusa Tijani, a colleague, a journalist with the Nigerian Tribune covering the Senate, did not survive. Tijani was inside a shuttle bus within the National Assembly complex en route to the Senate wing when he suddenly slumped following a health-related attack. The journalist was then rushed to the clinic at the National Assembly complex where he was pronounced dead. Tijani was the senior correspondent attached to cover the National Assembly for the Nigerian Tribune. He had previously worked with Redeem FM in Abuja. He has since been buried according to Islamic rites at the Gudu Cemetery in the capital city. Let's bring in Audu Goji, who is head of training at the Nigerian Red Cross, to speak on administering first aid during similar circumstances. Audu, good to see you, and thanks for your time. Not too good a story there, and but again, looking at the confusion and the way and manner we have handled that at the National Assembly complex. Paint for us a scenario how best to handle such emergencies.
Good evening, viewers. I think, depending on the level of the problem, there are different categories of sudden collapse. It could be due to stress, it could be due to hypoglycemia, and it could be due to heart-related diseases. So I must tell you the truth. I think it is a case of heart disease or heart-related problems, it could have been a different story, because the approach wasn't the correct one. Because in any collapse, the best thing is to quickly assess the casualty. Casualties that are unconscious, not breathing, CPR. Go for quality compression. That is, you need to compress the chest 100 to 20 chest compression per minute. Then if situation permit, you give the rescue breathing. But if you are not comfortable with the casualty status of health, you don't need necessarily to go for the rescue breath. You continue the chest compression en route. So the Red Cross Society is the custodian of the first aid, and we are into that. We give training to so many people, quality training, and we ensure that people learn how to do first aid. First aid is not all about reading. Right. I say the best teacher for first aid is the Google. But where's the Google to teach you how to do the compression? You can just read it. Okay. So, but in Red Cross, we give you the practical aspect of the first aid. We create the casualty for you, and you practice it, and from there you learn it, and you have that confidence. Whenever a situation happens, you have that confidence to give the first aid.
So what you're saying is anyone can actually get that training from the Nigerian Red Cross. I mean, you don't have to have any medical background or anything. But the issue here is, with that kind of emergent situation there, you have senators asking questions, to the nominee, and then he slumps. What is the first thing you should do? I mean, we heard the Senate president there, screaming sugar, water, and all of that. Water and sugar, let's even look at that first. If you give somebody who's slumped sugar and water, will it help in any way at all?
Yeah, we cannot say the Senate president is wrong in that direction because we don't know the level of the collapse. If the casualty is conscious and is stable, yes, he can take the sugar and water. Because maybe you may be thinking it's hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia that you
Yes.
talk about, yeah, low sugar.
Low sugar. But if it is heart-related conditions, what do? The casualty is even unconscious. He cannot even drink anything orally. So you have to go for the chest compression
First.
So virtually,
Okay.
we have to teach people how to first assess the casualty, then do what you are expected to do as quickly as possible. The brain, if he lost oxygen for 4 minutes, he get brain damage. From brain damage, lead to death. So people have to learn how to do first aid. Not necessarily you are a medical.
Great, fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, that's so good to know, and we want to take advantage of that and approach the Nigerian Red Cross and get some training. It may just come in handy. Audu Goji is head training, first aid, Nigeria Red Cross Society. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight.